I did playing this made me pick up the first one again and finally finish off the last few jobs. And really, when you get that last like the trident attachment, it's just game over.
It's
like,
so good. It instantly cuts through everything. It's the best.
I've never played the first game. I was like,
there's actually a lot of lore that gets
referenced. I might as well play the
referenced.
first one. I might as well play the new one.
There's a bunch of lore in the first one that gets referenced in this one.
Shit.
I know I said this last stream, but like I've definitely I appreciate how they know their audience that when you buy furniture, you have to clean it off as well. Just like like cleaning things is a treat in this game. I'm glad they understand their own game design.
If we're that into it, we could always just go back to the first one too. Place furniture limit 1%.
I mean, I would be down.
I've never come out of the building before, but there's just a single existential gnome in the road that you can't help or save. There's like a message here.
Yeah. I think we threw him into the road.
What?
Yeah. I think we threw him out of bounds, so there's just an out of bounds gnome. Just having a hell of a time over there.
The gnome will remember that.
Yeah, he's safe from us now. He probably appreciates it.
Yeah. Half-Life 2 Episode 2. I remember. I got that achievement when I was 17. Start washing. Just remember how this whole menu works. Farm. Annie Mall Farm. Pumpkin.
Huh?
Oh, it's you. Great. Love the name change. It suits you. You'll be pleased to know that you're not the only one adapting. With everything what's gone on lately, we're trying our hands at regenerative farming. This barn is to be our new farm shop, front and center. It needs to look the part, and I know you got that covered. Don't you worry yourself about my pooches running around, getting in the way and biting your ankles. I sent everyone I could find off to the dog cafe for the day. The ones you could find. Okay. Great. I'm glad that that's the metric for your dog care. How do you guys keep finding property where only that one building is covered in shit?
Right?
It's really remarkable. How does this game work again? Big soaps. Big soaps?
Oh yeah, that's right click for perma spray.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got so lazy last session, I was just like, right click the soap. I'm the soap boy. Nice thick soap stream.
I'm the soap man. Skip it up.
Oh, my thing's so unhappy. It's still in permanent shooting mode, but it only can spray soap at the rate at which somebody else cleans up the soap, so it keeps sputtering. Like, oh man. So powerful. This is an all new way to play the game where you just only soap and your party has to clean it up. There's lawnmowing
yeah,
this shit.
It's legit. It helps. It's probably more efficient if I helped chase down the soap as well, honestly, instead of just kind of do my own thing over here.
Depends on how quickly the soap gets cleaned up, because the seems to be a persistent cap for how much soap there could be in the entire world.
Yes.
This is the case.
It is known.
Which is obnoxious. Almost as obnoxious as the prices at that goddamn candy store.
That shit was so fucking expensive. But also it came out to less than I was anticipating.
I did put several things back out of fear. We went to the San Francisco candy shop on the pier, and
the Candy Baron.
It's upsetting. It's an upsetting place.
The Abba Zaba was like, what was it, $4?
$4 for an Abba Zaba.
Yeah.
On a regular basis, individual candy items are $4 there, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Several of these are at gas stations for $1. I just have to go find them.
I mean, there is no gas station that sells candy for $1 anymore. This is just an
but it's not
unfortunate truth that I've
$4.
come to accept.
They're not selling
it's
Abba
about
Zaba.
$3.50.
They're not selling
Yeah,
Abba
I was at,
Zaba
like,
for
Royal
more than a
Farms.
monster.
It's too late to happen now, but I've had the thought that like $2 bills would make more sense today than they ever have, because like now things are regulating more than $1 in a vending machine. Yeah, like I mean at this point I guess, you know, people are just sure there are vending machines that take cards or whatever, but
in the side window at all costs.
I mean, they have in Canada, don't they have like the $2 coins? Like they have $1 and $2 coins.
Yeah, I believe so.
It's called a loony.
They also loony. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about like I've got a little TARDIS mug in my room that I use to throw change into whenever I have change, which I don't know what to do with, which is all change. I'm just like, if you had that, if you had a little container in Canada for your change, would you call it the loony bin? You like the 5-minute build up to that?
Yeah.
We had to lore drop first.
Yeah. I think a loony actually might be $1. I think we might call it the $2 one a toonie. I'm not even joking.
The Looney Tunes, crazy.
The Looney Tunes. The loony and the toonie. I think that's a thing. Somebody from Canada, help. I know you exist. I've been there. I've seen you. Until then, I thought it was lies. I thought it was a prank that they were playing on us. Mirror
the entire
Universe
nation
America.
of Canada is just a prank.
Yeah, just a bit.
Like, wow, this will get those Americans so good.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like our country's just a bit sometimes.
I mean, ours is.
Oh my god, there's so many tiny granular pieces attached to the individual barn doors. This is advanced. There's just so many individual pieces of this thing that I can make do a cash register noise at me.
It's so satisfying.
Don't go to Vegas. Oh wait, you grew up in Vegas?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, if you're too
I
into
know
that
better than
sound,
to
you
fall
maybe
into
don't.
the ding sounds.
You can't get me.
Like the one time I went to Vegas, I was like, oh, I'll set aside, you know, maybe $50 or whatever to gamble, and then I just didn't bother at all. And then went to Reno, and then also didn't bother. I'm like, nope. I don't know. Like, I thought I would entertain the idea of like, oh, you know, like I wouldn't be mind to lose like $50 once. You know, I don't gamble or whatever, but like that's fine. Visiting a place and just doing it like once, but I don't know. I even just didn't have interest while I was there.
Yeah. Well, the furry convention was very distracting.
Yeah.
I love the jump strat.
Yeah. Gonna just jump.
Do you not have longer attachments?
I probably do, but I don't remember the controls.
They're all on the screen like in Zelda.
It's 3. We'll quick cycle them out.
Gotcha.
I never registered how trippy that is, watching someone take the like 10-story scaffolding and just
Rip it
run
away.
around with it like a tissue box.
Yeah. Just completely weightless movement of object. It gets extra fucky when somebody does it in like a VR game. Where stuff just becomes weightless. Not only when a person's moving a thing they shouldn't be able to, but also because like it'll be live animating in their jittery ass VR hand. Or their hands just kind of wobbling from like muscle nonsense and with no respect for how heavy the thing in their hand's supposed to be.
I would kill for this in VR.
I'm surprised it's not. I guess I did play a VR level
really.
of this once. Like someone made a VR level where you clean a truck.
Really?
Yeah. I played it before.
That's
I had
wild.
2 experiences of the PowerWash Simulator before we started this, which one of them was in VR chat, and one of them was the PowerWash Simulator room in Escape Simulator.
Gotcha.
There's a whole themed escape room around power washing. I think you repeatedly upgrade the your nozzle, your device to clean off the next piece of weird scum. We need to keep finding where the fuck it is.
It is interesting to me, like with the sort of the genesis of like user-generated content platforms that rule the world now. Like they can never seem to marry like the ones that have all the playable content, like the Fortnites and the Robloxes. Like they all are very limited on like personal expression, and then VR chat, there's like not a lot to do. But man, if they could marry those two, like you just let people be freaks in the Robloxes. I mean, I guess people are already pretty freaky in the Robloxes, unfortunately. I guess we've seen how that works out. But it is just like, because I had that thought in like VR chat of like I would love to like play just a game here, and then like stuff like Roblox.
Yeah.
Is built around that idea of like what if anybody could just play whatever in this one platform. But
there
we
are
also
games
need
in
to make it
VR chat.
marketable.
It's all word of mouth, figuring out what they are and where they are.
Yeah.
Stuff from like Super Monkey Ball style arcade games to like escape rooms to like murder mystery, like imposter social deduction games.
That's sort of what I want. It's like how.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like user-generated stuff is always like jankier compared to something that you just buy that's like a bespoke product.
Yeah.
But I do wonder when it's like built off of Unity. It's like, can you just have any Unity game essentially, or how do
If you
those
can
two
port
things marry
Blythe into
together?
the game, then can you import Elden Ring?
If you Blythe in your sleep, you Blythe in real life.
You Blythe in the if you Blythe in the game, you Blythe for real.
Blythe in real
God, I wish I could Blythe for real. By which I mean devote myself wholly to one purpose and then be betrayed for that and then lose my mind. Spoilers.
I'm really curious to see what the movie's gonna look like.
It's got to be Ronnie centric, right? Like it's got to be
Probably
What's gotta be?
like the
Elden Ring movie.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, I want to see Blythe in a movie.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know.
I bet
that'd
they
be
don't
amazing
adapt
if he's
him at
in it.
all. I bet he's not in it at all.
I feel like the ending of Stars is like the best ending in that game. So like,
Yeah.
I don't.
Who's
I
it
feel
again?
like they
It's
would.
Alex Garland, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he adapts the fuck out of things, so it might not be one-to-one whatsoever.
Right.
That's fair.
It might not feature any plot elements that you recognize, but just like the vibe and themes of the thing.
Which yeah, I mean I'm down for if that's good. Yeah, I don't need a particular story
Like,
told. I'm open
yeah.
to that at least.
True.
Like when I hear about the original version of Area X, the original version of Annihilation, it's like none of the characters even had names in that story. In the book.
But obviously it's still the movie. It would be better off if Blythe shows up. So
Yeah. It should actually be about Blythe exclusively.
I think I posted on Blue Sky. Like all I know is that if they put him shirtless on the movie poster, the movie will make $1 billion.
Yeah. I mean,
True. Well, they also need to have at least one other normal-sized character just to show
so
exactly how big he is.
Yeah.
Because if it's just him, you'd be like, "Oh, that's a regular dude," and it's like, no, he's 9 feet tall. Like
half
this,
the film
this
is
man
them
is
saving
like,
on CG by showing you just like crotch level shots of Blythe because they're looking at the other character.
I wouldn't be too surprised if he's not in the movie. If it's just like in passing, like characters, like a member of a band of a party is like another wolf dude or whatever. You know, that's a possibility.
Between Blythe and Malekith, there's 2 chances to have a big wolf man.
That's what I'm curious to see about the movie.
The 10-foot wolf man and the 20-foot wolf man.
I'm curious, like, how heavily it'll lean into the fantasy elements, because it's like Elden Ring does have like a talking turtle pope. So like,
oh my god,
you know, is the movie actually gonna have shit like that in it? Because that would be wild, and I hope it does. Like, don't be afraid to be, you know, a new like Labyrinth or what's the one I'm thinking of? Legend with Tom Cruise.
I have seen the ending of Men, so I know that he can be weird. He might film a weird thing sometimes. That was such an unhinged ending. Just the infinite birth scene.
Have you ever seen the Legend movie with Tom Cruise and like the?
I don't think so.
The unicorn and the witch and the what's nots.
What's nots?
That's a cool. Yeah, that's a good one. We should watch it sometime.
There's so many movies.
It has legendary Tim Curry as like Satan in it basically, and the makeup.
Oh, that's where that's
awesome.
from. The Tim Curry Satan.
Yeah, the movie's just kind of like okay overall, but it has so many individual elements that are incredible that it's, you know, very much worth watching still.
Sometimes it's just fun to see the weird shit people made.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's a Ridley Scott movie too, the guy who directed Alien.
Yeah, that name's diluted a little bit by his other past offerings at this point.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he's very, very mixed filmography, but yeah, no.
Bro cannot be trusted to actually make a good movie.
No, he's still. Well, I don't know because I haven't seen a lot of his most recent movies, but like he could definitely technically direct the hell out of a movie. Like Prometheus is a very good movie visually and with visual aesthetic. Like that is not the problem with the movie. But yeah, you know, yeah, writing and stuff like that can be pretty bad in those movies.
The most infinitely mocked running away scene with the fucking donut ship.
Yes. That movie has a lot of problems.
The only thing funnier than them running away in a straight line from the donut ship is the fact that one of them actually dies in that scene.
Yeah, Charlize Theron's character.
Yeah. That's so absurd. It's more forgivable if it was just dumb for a bit and then it was past. But the fact that it's literally a character death is like, come on, man. Spoilers.
A lot of the movie just like was like very I don't know, just sloppy on themes, and like just the writing felt really juvenile and like they didn't think concepts through as much. It definitely, the movie felt like it was going through the motions in some ways, which is very frustrating because it had certain individual elements that were very well done.
Yeah,
like Michael Fassbender and
all the MCS, not MCS, all the H.R. Giger stuff was all psychosexual before. What if the new version of the facehugger was just a penis that assaults your face? And I'm like, okay, that's getting a little literal now.
It's just Saturday for me.
Yeah. But I do appreciate the horrific C-section sequence and every second of Michael Fassbender in both movies.
Yes, yeah. No, that sequence was very well directed. Like he can do stuff like that well, but you just wish there were better writers involved.
Yeah.
There's weird stuff that, like, this is such a minor and specific nitpick, but like, there's a character early in the movie. It's been forever since I've seen it, so I don't remember.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since theaters.
I saw it once when it came out. Yeah. But I remember, like, there was one guy in the crew who was very, like, disgruntled, cynical, like, military tough dude. Like I'm here for a paycheck, like, kind of, like, vibe to his character or whatever. And, like, to me, it's like, okay, Alien was an interesting movie when it came out because you basically featured like, sad capitalism in space as like a theme. Like, these are people who are just here for a paycheck. They're not like
also known as normal capitalism in space.
There's like a novelty when that came out. Like a lot of movies prior to that, space was all like glossy and magical or whatever, and they had like a kind of like, okay, yeah, like this shit kind of sucks approach, which was cool. But in a movie like Prometheus, like the whole reason for that trip is an ultra rich CEO is like trying to find aliens for immortality. And it's kind of like, okay, so the nature of the mission is very different. These aren't like space truckers. This is like
that one actor is an old man makeup for the entire film so that he can be young for 0.2 seconds of the film.
Yeah, that is handled very awkwardly and poorly as well. Yeah,
Sam Rockwell, like, I think.
Was it? I don't remember.
Still a wild choice.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's like, to me, it's like, okay, they put, Alien had like space truckers, Alien 2 had like tough military types, but this is like a rich CEO funding like a mission to find if aliens are real and to try to exploit their technology, and like to have like this guy showing up who's like cartoonishly like, I'm the pissed off military guy, like, don't look at me the wrong way. I'm just like, dude, I don't think a trillionaire would be like hiring like transparently cartoonish, like they would have like Secret Service type people with them. I don't know. Like the whole movie just has that kind of like vibe to it where they didn't think about like the realism of like the situation. I don't know.
Yeah, you wouldn't randomly contract somebody that you didn't know just for the job. In that situation, you'd have your head of security, who is somebody that you've had working for you for 40 years.
Yes, and like, again, I know that's like such a hyper-specific complaint, but the movie is just full of that type of like.
That is kind of what I know billionaires for, is being so down into nepotism that half of their staff doesn't make sense. Like the current administration. Yeah,
I guess that makes it a little bit more believable, but yeah.
Well, it's more in what you were saying. It's like it wouldn't be just like some random guy. It'd be some guy that maybe isn't good at his job because he's nepotism his way into that position, or he's there because the guy likes him for some reason.
Yeah, God, there's so much like. Sorry to turn this into the illusory rants about Prometheus podcast, but like
so timely.
There's so much like. There's stuff where like the main like archaeologist dude or whatever, who's like the one who kind of like spearheaded the mission concept, being like, oh, like we found all these cave paintings, and I believe it's evidence of like this alien civilization telling us where to go. That like he basically gets there and instantly becomes a depressed alcoholic because he was like so unhappy that he didn't get to meet the aliens. And I'm like, they didn't build. That makes no fucking sense to me. Like that dude would have been so validated. He discovered the most insane archaeological discovery in human history.
He's seeing the most he's ever seen so far. It's like his life's work. Yeah,
it's his life's work, and he's like, he gets to be like, holy shit, I'm right.
People in that position aliens. Don't expect to ever see that something like that.
Yes. So again, and there's all those contrivances where it's like, oh well, it'll work better if there's tension, and this guy like starts like being like kind of a nuisance while he's out here. But like the setup for it just doesn't make any logical sense. Like,
I'm just impressed you have a rant in you for Prometheus because it's like 13 years old.
Yeah,
and neither of us have seen it since it came out, apparently.
And to fully clarify, like it's a very like 6 out of 10 movie. It's by far it's not the worst movie you'll ever see by any means. Like, but it's just because it was almost a good movie and it did some things very well. That's what makes its failures more frustrating. So it's a kind of fun movie to complain about. But like, don't get me wrong, it's not like worse than like a 6 out of 10. I don't think.
I've been enjoying watching movies the last year that are like very what I would call like social media pilled. Specifically, it was Begonia and The Drama.
Oh, yeah,
both are different flavors of like this exists because of Twitter to an extent.
That's good.
They're wild.
The Drama is good. It's uncomfortable, but it's good.
It's so uncomfortable.
Who's in that movie again? I'm trying to remember.
It's Robert Pattinson and Zendaya.
Oh, yes, that one. Yeah, I did see the trailers and I did want to see it. Yeah,
it's really good.
It is good.
It's really good.
It's good.
Fuck yeah, that's awesome. I'm happy to hear that.
I literally spent like the next 2.5 weeks just thinking about it and being like, do people actually exist like this? This is insane to me.
Yes,
and then
of course they do.
I asked people around me, and people were like, yes, people do exist like that. I'm like, what do you mean? I don't understand.
I'm surprised you didn't encounter one of them when you asked.
I didn't encounter them directly because I surround myself with queer people exclusively.
I was about to say, yeah. That does sample it.
Yeah,
I would say that a lot of
it.
our family is probably exactly that kind of person that you're mad at.
That's true. I just don't think about my family very often.
I think most people are essentially the really irritating person in that movie. Because that's the point of the movie, more or less, is to be calling out and questioning that entire outlook, which is pointless if it's not actually a common perspective.
Yeah. It was funny. I was talking with one of my friends who went to see it with like his bestie and a couple of straight guys. And he said that walking out of the movie, they were like, he and the girl were like, oh my God, that poor, like, I'm trying so hard to dance around it without spoiling anything. But like, they came to the same conclusions that we did. And then the straight guys were like, whew, I don't know what I would have done in that situation. That's crazy.
As the guy.
And they had to be like, bro, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. Well, this also gets to my previous discussion, which is a huge percentage of straight men often feel like they struggle to even conceive of the people around them as people, to like to the full complexity level that they are. Like they kind of, even if they'll agree people are people, they kind of don't really seem to be able to actually conceive of everyone around them as being full people.
It's like accidental solipsism. You just kind of fall into the idea that everybody else around you just kind of exists as set decoration for you.
Yeah, it's unironically the idea of NPC. Like I felt insane. I was hearing a story about my my parents impeding divorce back in the day, and how at one point my dad got my mom like an expensive ring, like that was gonna like fix it. It's like, what? Like she's a Dragon Age Origins character? Like you're gonna just fix her reputation meter plus 20 for ring?
Yeah.
Like what do you mean? What is that supposed to do? I don't understand. What's the prompt, the surroundings button again?
Q.
Q. There's such tiny bits of goop somewhere on this roof.
Yeah, I'm chasing down.
And everyone else, it feels like a lot of people fled, so they don't have to look at it.
Oh no! I'm looking for errant flex.
I've been working on the silo.
That tiny percentage that gets away is so small on this one. Oh. I don't see shit.
I see some spots.
Like a huge percentage of the relationship struggles that people have in straight society are because they just struggle to even process each other as people fully. It's kind of fascinating. Oh, I fell. Well, that's unhelpful.
No, I fell as well.
Your a locked door. Climbing. It's very funny to climb a ladder when you're in auto fire mode because it tries to fire between every single step. Oh, no.
Like underneath the edges of this roof.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out which segment of roof isn't cleared yet.
It's a challenge.
Is it the edge? Probably. Let's bring the scaffolding over here.
Oh, there it is. Found it.
Whoa!
Oh, and then there's this section as well.
I'm gonna shoot this
Probably
fucking
also
frame.
this bit.
with the straightest gun I have. Where are you hiding?
Ugh.
Do.
There we go.
Job's done.
Nice.
There we go. Now spray the cat. The gun holsters your gun when you look at cats.
Yeah, they won't let you.
Like how you can't do friendly fire in Call of Duty.
You just have to really aggressively shake the mouse around, and then you can sort of get the cat.
Yeah, it's actually a legitimately fucked up thing in Call of Duty. Is that there's a breach and clear mission where you can shoot civilians and you can shoot a baby, but they won't let you shoot a fellow soldier at any point. Like that's the line. Like like the game reminds you of the fact that it can stop you from shooting anyone at any time by making it so you can't shoot your fellow soldiers, but they specifically allow you as a fail state to shoot civilians and babies and stuff during that mission for shock value, essentially, which essentially makes them on a lower level of like the sanctity of life than like your fellow soldiers. Whoops. Just Call of Duty stuff. Watch the time lapse.
I remember it called like Modern Warfare 2, like a billion years. I don't even know what year that would be. Like,
that's probably 2009. Since Modern Warfare was 2007, I think.
Yeah.
Or 8.
That was like the one game that I played like a bit of, but I've not played
I remember
any
keeping
others.
track of them better back then when they're like alternating. I haven't played one since Ghosts, which was garbage. It was so garbage that it was actually very funny watching coincidentally like Folding Ideas make a video about it specifically like a decade later. I was like, oh yeah, I guess it really did stand out as being that bad. Let's see.
You just put that down and I sprayed it immediately. Did that actually knock it off, or is that just other physics?
Wow, not sure what I was expecting exactly, but this is incredible.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Almost
Okay, so
forgot
it
it
wasn't
was
me.
this color.
It's a coincidence. That's funny.
I might even have to muddy it up a bit, or people won't believe it's we're a working farm. I'm kidding, of course. Fantastic job.
I didn't realize it was so easy to stand on someone else. Can we like get a tower going, or is that like kind of impossible?
We can try to crouch.
Scaffolding right here.
Repeat the
yeah,
old
I'm
Halo
trying
2
to-
butterfly glitches.
There we go.
Whoa.
Next up, we have a stone circle. From Park Ranger Adams. I'm already impressed. Not everyone can follow coordinates, you know. In fact, I can name 3 local power washers who can't. To fill you in, after those amazing monuments in the desert turned out to be linked to an ancient aquatic race, it suddenly dawned on us that this monument out in the national park might be linked to them in some way. I don't mind admitting that's currently got me more stumped than the rooted remains of a felled tree,
There we go.
but like all things, it will only reveal itself once clean. There's a B-plot happening somewhere behind the menus that I couldn't see, where you guys were inventing new tech.
Yeah, we did stack 4
We did a man stack.
Is everyone a cat? Oh no, never mind. It loaded you all
I
as
didn't
cat.
get my one yet.
It loaded all of you as cat men when you first got here.
Oh, did I buy the cat suit? I couldn't remember if I did or not.
Like,
Nah,
yeah,
only
we
Ansu
did.
has it, I think. You
Yeah,
you
okay.
both
Maybe
switched
go
back to
unlock
being
something
blue.
purple.
For one brief second, everyone was extremely furry, with your little paw shoes.
They're so cute.
It's probably
Oh
too
my God,
wide
it's
of a
got
nozzle.
a pine tree symbol on this one. Gravity Falls?
The only possible explanation for a pine tree to be in the woods?
Yeah, literally no other media has ever had pine tree imagery.
Yeah. Do you think the name of the show Twin Peaks is referencing boobs?
I hope so.
Because like the bar that's called Twin Peaks is.
Well, I
like-
mean, the Grand Teton mountain range is literally called Big Tits.
Big tits.
Grand Teton is big tits in
Grand
French.
Teton. Big titty is basically what that sounds like. It
Yeah, it was
almost
a bunch of
certainly
like
translates to.
lonely, horny, adventuring men who were fantasizing about tits and mountain ranges. I wish I was joking. That's just true.
I've just realized
That's
that I watched
incredible.
like a season and a half of that show, and I'm like, I don't think anyone ever mentions peaks at any point when it's the name of the show. And I'm
like a mountainous area.
maybe
Yeah, it's just
They're
the
very-
setting,
they're-
but I don't think it comes up in
they're
conversation.
definitely in a foresty area. The mountainousness, I don't
Yeah, but,
think
like,
even
Pacific
comes up
Northwest.
particularly. So I was just like, they call it Twin Peaks because it's like a boobies.
You should
It's a show about a dead
catch
woman.
up on that so you could at least
know.
get to the prequel movie. I like the prequel movie a lot.
Fire Walk with Me.
It might be like the best prequel
Toaster
I've
gave
ever
me
seen.
like the weird, fucked up 3-hour version.
I honestly like Toaster will disagree with me, but I think watching the theatrical cut first is probably the better way to go. And if you're interested enough, then go back and watch the full cut. But I do think it's better paced. And
I remember
stuff like
being
that.
very annoyed that if you want to get at least when I checked, if you wanted to get caught up on Twin Peaks, the original show was on one streaming service, the movie was on another streaming service, and the new show was on a different streaming service.
Yeah.
There
that's
was
a pain
no
in the
way to
ass.
watch all of it in any reasonable way without buying like the anniversary collector's edition box set or something.
First, watch the TV show way back in the day on a VHS box set. That's how I experienced. That's
probably
how I
helps.
experienced season 1 and 2.
It probably enhances the experience.
It was cool.
It's interesting. It's always interesting going back and seeing that like VHS and like standard definition of video games looked better than we remember because the specific effect that the televisions had on at the time.
Yeah,
on those kinds of
CRT
record
artifacts,
videos.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely some like video game sprites and stuff were designed because they knew they would look more rounded and fuzzy.
Yeah. And zero of the filters that people put in their HD re-releases can recreate that.
Yeah, it's not like that's the thing. Yeah, like it's nice if you have an actual CRT, but we usually when I emulate stuff, I'm not chasing that filter. Like if I'm like, I just kind of accept that I lose it.
Mm-hmm. I'm too close to what I'm cleaning. Ugh. Not getting that nozzle spread. Ugh. There we go. Man, if only I had a double jump.
Got to get the jetpack add-on.
Jetpack Cat. Uncontroversial
It's like the
Overwatch
water
character,
jetpack,
Jetpack
and
Cat.
Everyone loves Jetpack Cat, without exception.
Everyone hates him so much. One of those character concepts that's immediately extremely amusing, but also was very obviously a bad idea the second it was conceived. It's extremely entertaining, but also immediately meta across the board. Just an absolute nightmare to put into your game. But yeah, if anyone at home ever watches like a VHS and is like, how did Grandpa live like this? The answer is that he didn't. It looked really different. It's really unfortunate looking when you see it, like just an awkward square in the middle of your HDTV.
Yeah. I also had I remember like an Amiga computer monitor that we hooked our VHS or VCR up to as well. So that was like CRT, but it was like higher resolution than a TV was. And some tapes like looked really nice on that.
Mm-hmm. Blah. Oh, there's more over there. Where is it?
In the first one,
emblem.
the crosshairs are really necessary. I would almost mod that into the first one if we end up going back to that, because Jesus Christ.
I love crosshair mods, aka a piece of tape on your screen.
No, I'm okay.
I think about like Dan Olsen's explanation of the crosshair mod that people put in fucking World of Warcraft. It's like it's a mod that's whose job is to answer a question that's always the same. Like, where is my character? And the answer is literally always in the middle of your screen. They don't deviate whatsoever. So the answer is always the same, and yet it needs to, and that you need that information at all times. Time lapse. Well, it doesn't look like there's much to it after all, but it looks great clean, just the same. Thanks for your help. Peak cleaning. This is a crazy, like, pastel colored rock thing to have out here. Rock climbing park. Ooh. Do we get to climb on the rock climbing thing? Parky.
Sort of.
As if the Spring Festival wasn't enough, DG, the powers that be at Muckingham Council, have gone all in on this newfangled Town of the Year competition, and asked if we increase the availability of fitness resources within the recreational grounds. I did suggest that a cessation of lawn cutting would increase friction and provide cost-free resistance training, but to no avail. But then, Deputy Warden Indy nudged me hard on the shoulder and showed me something extraordinary on their handheld picture slab. An iPad? A complete outdoor climbing gym available for an absolute steal. This should keep those outdoorosaurs busy. What? I had a strange way of saying most things. Every now and then you just got one of them. He's got one of them strange people where everything they can say is just coming out weird.
I'm strange people.
See me soap and
washing.
There's white stuff everywhere. There we go. Do. We just got back from Furry Week in Atlanta. Very, very, very chaotic convention.
Oh yeah.
Just 500 million people there. It's insane.
How did that viewers den arrangement work out? And did they do the digital queue thing again?
I think they
for
did.
The dealer's den. No, they only did the digital queue for the Midnight Festival, the Moonlight Festival. Yeah. Which I don't know. I didn't even try to get into that.
Yeah, I didn't
bother. That is kind of. I went to like the very first one ever, and then it was literally like the second fois. I was like, I think I waited in the line for like a good 40 minutes, and I was like, you know what? Didn't actually like it that much last year. And then at Boston, it was that feel. I don't know. It's like every single night market thing is just a bunch of introverts waiting in line to stand against the walls, It's like I'm here. I guess I have to go, right? Like everyone's doing it. There's a bit of psychology evident there.
Sometimes people get in lines just because the line's there, and they don't want to. They don't have like FOMO about the line.
Absolutely, it's like this is the event, right?
Yeah.
So British core.
I'm one of those people that could very nearly not register for furry conventions and get the same experience. I don't really do the events all that much. I do like to go to the dealer's den and the dance competition, which it's 50-50 if there's a dance competition at all at a convention. But FWU was chaos. I didn't have to use the main elevator very often, thankfully, which cut down on elevator
Just
time
a few
significantly.
parties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, conventions at the end of the day are really about just like hanging out with people.
Yeah, at least those kinds are. I think PAX is more about actually going to events constantly.
Gotcha. MagFest is a convention I like to go to. I mean, I haven't been recently, but I've been to a good number of them. And that Evolve Video Game Convention seems really like hangout oriented. Because it's not the type of game convention where it's like, here's the latest demos from the gaming companies. It's more of like, no, this is more of like a the vibe of a gaming party that grew really, really huge.
I just
That's
remember
kinda cool, though.
I couldn't stop going to panels at PAX. I was just like, that's just such a full schedule. Like, holy fuck, the writer of BioWare is going to be here, and then that's going to be happening over there. And it was like this counter programming where things are happening at the same time, and I had to make a choice. So by contrast, you go to a few panels or things at furry conventions, and you're like, I'm good actually.
Yeah.
These are actually like rarely worth the time. No offense to any panel runners that might be watching, but also, you know.
Yeah, that is very much my vibe too. It's my video essay is watching like Brain really feels drawn to panels, kind of like irregardless of quality, but every single time I go into one I'm just kind of like, you know what, I could just duck out. Like I wonder if that'd be rude. Like,
I have been fortunate though to have gone to some panels that were awesome at MagFest though. Like I did have a friend who modded an NES in such a way that everyone in the room could connect to it with their cell phone and like glitch the game like every now and again. So he'd be like playing Mario and like you would like vote to like have him suddenly be in water even though he's like above ground or whatever. And that was just like a really cool demonstration.
That is super cool.
Chaos.
I love it when people are
that-
just like, hey, look at this fucked up shit I can do.
Exactly.
You're like, wow, that is fucked up.
That was literally the entire thing. It was just like fucking around with games for the whole thing. It was just like, yeah, this rules.
No, they're very much like furry show and tell, and that's like past a certain point you kind of have to decide. Like I don't know, I feel like I go about it the wrong way by like looking for panels that line up with my interests, and it's more like, no, you should look for the one with like a description that's really like, that's wild, I gotta see this. Like, that doesn't sound like something I'd be into, but
Show me the freaks. Yeah, it's the furry fandom has a weird paradox, which is that it's a fandom consisting almost entirely of like creative people doing things creatively and inspiring each other to create things, and that we all kind of play different roles in that like ecosystem. But it's also like a fuck ton of people that in every field are very self-taught, which means that if you sit that person down and have them do a panel, they actually don't have that much interesting to say in many cases about what they do, because they kind of are just making it up as they go along. And there's no like, because there's no gatekeeping whatsoever, you also don't know if they really know what they're doing on any level, really. But they got a panel. Here we go. It's like you'll go to like a writing panel, and the person will be like saying platitudes like show, don't tell, and stuff like that. And you're like, okay. This is like a parody of what you would start as 101 writing advice, which also isn't frequently true. What else you got? And then they'll just kind of work through a different trope, like a different, very tropey thing. I think I compared it once to like, I think it might have been to Ansu. I mentioned that like it feels like this is the panel that you see airing in the background of a movie on the television, like how movies have fake movies. Like sometimes the panels have that level of depth where you're like, this is like meant to not be looked directly at, is the level of like what's going on here. And it's just unfortunate because people can often make good things in results, but because they don't have like necessarily training and education related to it, they just don't really have like stuff to communicate necessarily. Because
giving a good presentation is absolutely its own skill set. Yeah,
100%.
That's also a big thing. Yeah,
you can have if you're learning an instrument, you don't want your teacher to be like a virtuoso at the instrument as much as you just want them to be a good teacher who's like good at explaining things. Like
pedagogy is its own subsection of skill, and like being able to actually communicate how to improve at something it's something not many people actually know how to do well.
Right.
There are also some of them that like where it's not so much a panel but is rather an event. Sketchbook swaps are like universally the most immediately like booked up things, and it's also that kind of frustrates me because when I go to panels, it's usually like there's only one the entire weekend. I'm like, will you fucking just set a room aside for all the nerds that brought their sketch pads to just go be there?
Let us swap our sketchbooks.
It's what like 40% of the people are here for. It's just trying to connect with other people that do.
We just want to draw at each other.
Exactly.
I didn't really think about that being a fixed event. Yeah. I've seen a number of times where I just walk into a particular part of the lobby and there's just a bunch of people drawing each other's sketchbooks.
Yeah. That was what the one I tried to go to at like the Boston one. It was like we ended up just being like, okay, room's at capacity. I guess we're just gonna sit out here because it's not like we need a room for this, but
yeah, we're just conveniently trying to actually see each other.
Yeah, it's just like we want just like a time and a place.
Oh yeah, it's like there was the Twitch meetup at FWA that wasn't a official event thing, and it was just a fuck ton of people on the 10th floor filling the entire space. Yep. It was a nightmare. Great. There was so many people.
Well, that's also like something I've definitely picked up on is when I've gone to some of these panels, like one for Bara, one for furry visual novels. Those were both ones where I was like, presentation isn't really it, but the people are just so excited to be in a room with other people that like this thing. Like you can feel that most of the people in the audience are just eating it up. Like every single word is like, God, yes, someone said that word out loud that I've never heard pronounced. Amazing.
Your dog is easy to kill. Yeah, I didn't go to the Moonlight Festival. We did go to Ambush, which was like the bonus dealer's den. Essentially, it was like
it was so cool.
Yeah, animal art crimes and some of the other sort of like punk-ish dealer's den type people that weren't in the real dealer's den. Just rented a place across the street, and we're running a continuous sort of like club and dealer's den out of that.
Is that effectively like what the creation of that stems from? Is just people that are frustrated with the official like space for that? Because I always hear, when you're on social media and you like just hear people talking about con plans, it's like almost never good. Like you never hear artists that are thrilled about their table situation.
Yeah, because they shut up. I think everyone that gets their room, when everything goes as planned, you don't say anything. Right. Like most lives, you don't get. It's like the weird paradox of like a positive Yelp review. I'm like, are you bored? You're not going anything going on. You had an unremarkable to positive experience, and you're just gonna like go on the website and find where to leave a review. That's extremely rare. Or that guy saved your dog's life. Like something. It's like no in between. I had a pretty alright burger. Let me write a review about it now that takes longer than the entire process of ordering and eating the burger.
That was just the kind of thing I was curious about because, like, again, with the whole digital queue thing, starting out last year. It's like, that was chaotic, but like first hearing about it from social media made me think like, oh my god, this con is over. Everything, we might as well just all go home, cancel your flights, just stop even trying. It's just like, actually, it's okay.
If you get any kind of FOMO about conventions that makes you want to lash out by deciding that actually it's bad all along, and that's why it's good that you aren't going, then Twitter will give you infinite material to think that's the case. Yeah. It's incredible. They will have infinite ammo that they're frankly stockpiling to cope when they don't go to an event, so that they can really signal boost as much negative stuff as they can about a furry event, and then everyone can collectively circle jerking us, and I'll be like, oh, and that's why I don't go to conventions. Oh, and that's why I don't go to conventions. Oh, we're so hot for not going to conventions. And they just do that every single time, which is all year, every year, because there's so many furry conventions now. It's very repetitive. Yes. I got invited to a Discord by someone we met at a furry convention, and somebody in the chat was like, "Oh, a lot of people joining all of a sudden." Oh yeah, because we're meeting people at the convention. And the person's like, "Oh, I've heard things about that convention," and listed like a fucking.
I always love. I've heard things.
Yeah, they just start listing a paragraph. This is massive list of things they've collected. I'm like, why do you know more about this convention than I do when I'm at it? That's really weird. And naturally, it's like half of it is being debunked by people in the room already, being like, "No, that's not true. That didn't actually happen." No.
At least they had the pseudo grace to say, like, this is all secondhand, so I can't say for sure if it's true. It's like, okay, then why are you fucking telling people? Hello?
People love to
spread I don't know if this is true, but if it is, the scandal.
People love drama, and they love spreading negative ideas constantly. Everyone wants to feel whenever someone has like preemptively opted out of something, they want to feel vindicated for having done so, and not just that they've made the choice not to do a thing, but that they're actually really smart and better as a person for not doing it. Just has feedback loop stuff. I think about like the time somebody just sort of was in our Discord talking about like Lindsay Ellis. I heard she's really transphobic. I'm like, all right, source. What do you say? You're just dropping that in our general chat. You got to actually back that up. Like, where's your? Give me a single example. Just anything. Just give me something. Why are you saying that? Why are you just dumping this thing? And they didn't have anything to say about it. And it's like, well, then why are you saying this at random people? Which is at best going to just lead to them repeating this claim with zero additional evidence too, which is maybe how you got it in the first place. It's like, do you not know why you think the thing? It's really frustrating.
Yeah, it sucks.
I did actually subscribe to Nebula finally because it is like egregiously cheap.
Yes,
but it's the kind of thing like I don't know. I'm a little like. Not totally sold yet. I mean, it's like it's not like I'm being put out or anything. But as far as is this a platform that I can like continuously come back to and find stuff to watch? I don't know. But Lindsay Ellis sure is a deal. Like, oh my god, every time it's just like
it's good shit.
I am living for every single one of these videos.
There's a volume of shit on there now. Surprise Nebula plug, I guess, in this video. Yeah. I'm not on there, so they suck and they're stupid actually.
Yeah, they don't pay you. Don't advertise for them.
I can't even joke about that because fucking James Somerton got a reputation for being like spiteful and angry all the time about not being on Nebula.
Oh my god!
And talking shit about them all the time. And now I can't even like joke about the idea of talking shit about Nebula for not being on it because then I could get a similar reputation.
I just think of Jenny Nicholson. I went to this place, but I'm not going to say the name of it because they're not paying me and I'm too mercenary for that shit. I'm like, girl, that's such a crazy line. I love it.
She has some of the most fantastic deadpan humor I've ever heard. She just slips it in there. She'll never raise her voice. She just sometimes she doesn't even like fully like accentuate it or anything, like punctuate it. She just like says it in the middle of a paragraph. You're like, that's a wild statement to slip in there.
I think I remember in one of her videos she kind of points that out specifically. Well, because some people say, it's like, God, you sound so stuck up. I just can't stand the tone of your voice. She's like, sorry, I'm autistic. I'm just like, ooh, is that really? It's like, it's definitely like dry humor to a certain extent, but I do just love it. Kind of like, no, this is just how I am. Like, sorry, this is just me making an observation.
She just loves theme parks and spiders. A weird combo, but okay.
That is a weird combo. That's kind of crazy.
This is a challenging thing to spray because it's like a big, multi-lumpy thing, and you kind of have a minimum spread distance that makes your weapon most effective in this game. But we have to like climb this mountain by kind of standing on it. Awkward sitch. So you're like trying to find a way to get high enough compared to what you're shooting or low enough compared to what you're shooting, or like find some weird off angle that lets you fire from a distance.
From a distance.
Do-do-do. Yeah, Nebula is a weird platform because like you have Lindsay Ellis just lives there, but for a lot of people, they are just kind of mirroring their Patreon content onto Nebula basically, and that's like the Nebula exclusive stuff. And there's
So it's
some
like bonus
people that
content, but
yeah, there's some people that upload their stuff early on Nebula. Philosophy 2 specifically always has one video that's on Patreon and Nebula at a time, and then that gets knocked out and put into the public when the next video is ready to be on Nebula and Patreon. So she has like one video that's like in the chamber at all times. But then there's people that have an entire like Nebula sponsored series that they do in between their YouTube series, and it's like a themed specific thing, which is kind of its own interesting thing to see because series kind of stopped existing on YouTube. There's nothing worse for engagement and metrics than having a video that has a wider context or a continuity or is a part of some other thing. Like that's a very 2010s YouTube. That's like Let's Play era YouTube. But nowadays, if you never upload a video that has a part number or is implied that says it's part of a sequence. If you make a second video about the same movie or whatever, you don't like number them or connect them directly because it like fucks the whole thing up. It's like
I'm
it's like at some point
experimenting with doing that right now. I think
rough.
it'll be good though because I specifically am working on a batch of like 3 videos that I announced as like, hey, this is gonna be like a 3-part thing. So as a one-off, but yeah, regularly, yeah, that could be an issue.
This is an ultra specific thing that only me would notice maybe, but I noticed that Lindsay Ellis's cancellation video is actually only on Nebula. Like at some point she delisted it from YouTube, which makes sense as a healthy thing to not be like endlessly re-traumatized and be relitigating forever.
Yeah, because the comments are just never gonna stop.
Yeah. But that's like weirdly, it is surprisingly like on Nebula for posterity or something. Unless it's an oversight, I don't know.
No, I think I've got a good first impression of just like it's like YouTube. I used to just kind of like let the algorithm just go for a bit sometimes through video essays, but it's like when I don't know. I had to stop myself because I almost said illusory. I said Illuminati. Illuminati's videos like got recommended to me at a certain point, and that was the kind of thing where like that was the trap. Was like I've never heard of this person before, but wow, these videos are entertaining. And then like eventually it's like, oh wait, they're also a bunch of bullshit. And so like,
yeah,
I assume Nebula is like meant to be like sort
some
of just
level of
we're doing
curation.
some just some kind of like we have vetted these enough that they're at least not complete garbage, which means we've got way less content, but like I'm more prone to just kind of like diving into a new channel view at like something that's moderately interesting and feeling like, okay, kind of Discovery Channel style. Like I feel like I got something out of this.
I've hit the point now where I listen to so many video essays that I'm kind of like quietly grading them like papers in the back of my head while I'm listening to them, and I will click out of a video relatively quickly if the writing sucks, which is a thing, which is like a craft that people are losing actively in that field. It drives me fucking crazy. Like I was watching, what was the quote actually? I could probably check because I posted it on Blue
The one
Sky.
you posted on Blue Sky.
Yeah, it
it's
pissed
a
me
nightmare.
off so much. It pissed me off so much that I had to go in and find the transcript feature and like clip just that section of the script to talk shit about it on social media. Which I'm not saying what video it is, but it's a video about The Witness that was just really shit. By really shit, I mean I watched a minute of it and was like, this is rank, and then I stopped because it was an hour long and I'm not doing that. But it says, now The Witness has two... Yeah, the script is like, now The Witness has two parts to it. There's the literal game as it's portrayed on the Steam page, and the one you spend most of your time playing. And then there's the secret other half, which you might not even realize exists until you notice it. Fucking slop sentence. What are you talking about? You might not realize it exists until you notice it? So all of human experience? Fuck you. That's how all of my life works. That's such a stupid filler sentence that you didn't think about when you put in your script. And I'm like, well, then I'm not going to listen to your video. I'm 30.
Once you see it, you definitely will have seen it.
Yeah, and most damning of all, it's that you can see the
that
time.
line would be
Yeah. Most damning
Ironically,
of all, the time code is next to it because it's a transcript screenshot, so you can see it. It's 30 seconds into the video, and the writing's already that bad. I'm like, you're just writing on autopilot. Now, I don't want to read. I don't want to sit through a thing you wrote on autopilot of just vibes and the sentence that came to mind.
Yeah.
That leads to people constantly like just stating statements that are like tropes, basically, like just like tropey things that just feel right in the moment but then don't make any sense, or sometimes they say it backwards and they don't catch that they literally said the opposite of how the saying works. It's so frustrating if you're actually listening to some of the slop that's on YouTube right now, because he's like, you didn't write this for shit, you didn't proofread this, or you don't know how, which is, both of those are bad. But also, this is why I never make a video, because I fucking try too
never,
hard to finish them.
Specific evidence against a specific person, really, but like it's just knowing that a lot of scripts are like AI generated is like
Oh yeah, a lot of them are.
Contributes to the problem.
Man, my director for the center that I work at also teaches master's courses at a local university, and she came in and like threw the biggest fit because one of her students in her master's course submitted a paper that was 85% AI generated in a master's course.
I would hate to be a teacher right now. Like that shit has got to be so goddamn exhausting and frustrating. Like,
I feel like your job's just impossible, right? Even the statement that's
they
85.
do have ways.
Like even the statement.
Like, sure, people used to plagiarize shit, but like now you're just the extent to which now you're constantly paranoid if what you're reading was actually written by the person. Like that's got to be like a form of psychological torture. That fucking sucks. But I had huge empathy to teachers dealing with that. Like
even the idea that's 85% AI generated, like I don't know how you verified that, because half the time when people said that, they were just feeding it into an AI for it and asking it to guess, and that was mostly made up too.
Yeah, those aren't 100% reliable.
There was a million false positives that were happening all the time as people were getting the claims that their stuff was AI generated when it absolutely wasn't.